Yo, what's up, guys? You got II here today once again with a TMT team builder for the Jeatah Bajitas. And today with me I have Illusion and a special guest.
What's up?
Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy
And I'm
Moody.
also here.
Yeah, Illusion's also here. Decided to stick around.
Compared to Moody, kind of insignificant though.
Yeah, I decided to, join in. I felt a little dirty, helping build against the JBA boys a little bit, but, I was just around.
Yeah, so basically us three came together to make this amazing team for you. And they have a pretty threatening team at first glance. They have Celesteela as their Zmon. They have Tangrowth, Nidoqueen, Slowbro, Mega Gallade, Swallow, and Incineroar and Aromatisse. And we are rocking the same team that we always do. Um, yeah, but let's get into it. So the first Mon we decided to bring versus them that looked exceptionally well is Tapu Koko. So, Moody, you thought of this set. You want to explain it?
Yeah, so basically, like looking at their whole team gets pretty much 2A KO'd by Physical Coco, with by either a Wild Charge or a Brave Bird. Pretty much everything dies behind a sub, and just throwing on Roost so you can sub up and then take the recoil damage from Wild Charge and Brave Bird, and you don't have to worry about whittling.
Yeah. So originally we wanted to do workup, but we came up with substitute because we just think it might overall be better. So let's say they have Celesteela versus Coco, and they're obviously not going to stay in, or they might protect. We could sub up on that pretty much always, and if they go into Nidoqueen, we can 2 KO it with Brave Bird or the Flying EMZ if it's already weakened. And our speed is enough to outspeed Swallow by 1 point. We don't think they're going to bring max speed, but we want to be careful just in case, because you never know, really.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
well wreck.
we weighed the pros and cons of substitute and workup, and Moody convinced me that substitute is better. And on hindsight, I agree. Workup is a lot less safe than substitute because say we work up on Celesteela, but they make a play like heavy slamming or earthquaking, our Coco is pretty much dead. But
Yep.
sub is lets us scout, and it's pretty much 2 hit KOs everything. The traditional checks Nidoqueen and Tangrowth, they don't really take Brave Birds that well, especially Flying EMZ. So I think this is a good bring.
Yeah, Swallow
Tangrowth.
could potentially break it if it's Scarf with Boom Burst, but if they bring that, then it gets stopped by a lot of our other threats. Which brings us to our next mon, Metagross. So we are rocking leftovers with Substitute, Toxic, Thunder Punch, and Zen Headbutt. Max attack with ADVs and speed, just in case I want to try to speed creep it, and the rest in HP. Illusion, I think you came up with this set. I was just
Yeah.
there.
So looking at their team, this mon pairs very well with Hydreigon because if you look at their team, they have no switch-ins to Hydreigon other than one mon, Aromatisse. So this like mon takes advantage of Aromatisse if they bring it. If
Yeah.
they don't bring Aromatisse, Hydreigon like runs through the team. If they bring Aromatisse, we can switch in Metagross every single time and substitute on it. We didn't bring. We need the electric coverage for Celesteela, so we're not fodder. And we decided not to bring Meteor Mash because we wanted to OHKO Nidoqueen, and we didn't think we needed Meteor Mash because Aromatisse can't really do much of this, and we're already pressuring it with Toxic and Zen together. Even if they have Heal Bell, it's a really tough matchup.
Yeah, so basically this set is designed to always put in work no matter what they bring. Like Illusion said, we can toxic things we can't beat, like Tangrowth and Slowbro. Weaken their Regenerator Core. And yeah, wall Aromatisse pretty much indefinitely, which puts in work for Hydreigon to come through in the end game. Yeah, I think we covered that. So the next mon we decided to bring was for Alligator. I'll explain this one. We got Life Orb with Swords Dance, Aqua Jet, Crunch, and Ice Punch. Looking at their team, it's pretty bulky. So we figured a Dragon Dance set might not do as much as a Swords Dance set. Swords Dance allows us to break Tangrowth if it's weakened already. It allows us to break Slowbro, and Aqua Jet is obviously strong priority for things like Swallow, we didn't really need Waterfall. Aqua Jet does a lot to Incineroar already. We can break through Nidoqueen with Ice Punch, and overall this is looking like a good in-game sweeper for us. Yeah, I think our speed.
Actually,
What's our speed? It's
our
tab
speed's
speed.
241. It outspeeds max speed Celesteela.
Yeah. All right. What were you gonna say?
So looking at the team, it's actually pretty slow, barring a couple like anomalies that are fast. So Gator like outspeeds most of their bulk, and if it SDs, all the mons that are faster than it take a lot from Aquajet. I think Swallow drops to a +2 Aquajet, and Mega Glade takes a lot. And Mega Glade, it's hard to recover, even with Drain Punch, since we have a good check with Necrozma.
Which brings us into Necrozma. So this Necrozma set is basically designed to always take on Mega Glade. We are Colbur Berry with Thunder Wave, Psychic, Stealth Rock, and Moonlight. So basically, Thunder Wave is to weaken their speed. It's to stop things like Celesteela from autotomizing up continuously. Psychic, obviously, good stab versus things like Nidoqueen. Hits Mega Glade relatively hard. Of course, with this set, we can't really touch Incineroar, but that's not what we're using it for. With this set, we can pretty much take on SD Glade and all that. Colbur Berry weakens knockoff for us, and Moonlight is pretty much just for recovery. We're max defense, max HP. So yeah, we're not too concerned with Mega
If you
Glade.
look at their team, they don't have really good hazard removal. They have Swallow, and that's about it. And they like Swallow wants to be offensive, and it doesn't run defog. And even if it does run defog, it can't really defog on anything on our team because
Yeah.
everything can just kill it.
If anything, I think their play is going to be to hazard stack us. Our only defogger is Gligar. So if they can get up T-Spikes with Nidoqueen and Rocks and all that kind of stuff, I don't think they'll be too concerned with defogging away their own hazards versus, them getting it up on us. So, anything to add?
And pretty much with Necrozma, like, if this thing can just Thunder Wave Mega Gallade, like, it kind of did what it had to do, you know?
Yeah, pretty much. And like if they bring a bulky Glade, it's still not too much of an issue. Thunder Wave still puts in the work. It's the yellow magic, So yeah, that's our Necrozma set. Next up we have Hydreigon. We're actually choice specs this week with Dark Pulse, Draco Meteor, Fire Blast, and Surf. So this is pretty much our lead that we're going to plan on bringing. Again, if they don't bring Aromatisse, then this set is going to put in the finest of work. Dark Pulse for main stab hits things like Celesteela, Tangrowth, hits pretty much everything for neutral damage, barring Incineroar and Aromatisse. Draco Meteor for things that we can't kill with Dark Pulse or any of our other coverage moves. Fire Blast for Celesteela and Tangrowth. And Surf for Nidoqueen. So what we're hoping is they lead Nidoqueen, and as we lead Hydreigon, and we catch him off guard with choice spec Surf. Hopefully that will happen.
We'd like to give credit to Kmoody for that Surf call. Originally we had U-turn, but Moody's insight into bringing Surf to Oko Nidoqueen was a good call. I think it's it hits Nidoqueen, and even if they have Aromatisse, if they switch in Aromatisse, they're still taking a spec Surf, and that's an opportunity to bring Metagross in.
Yeah.
But originally this was U-turn, but
And
Moody
Nidoqueen
convinced us.
seemed like a very, very likely bring on their part, just because it could. And plus, as I was talking about, hazard stacking is pretty big with Nidoqueen, so they could use that opportunity to like maybe scare us out, thinking that it could be like a modest Life Orb, Ice Beam, and then try to go for spikes turn one.
Yeah. What's awesome though, I know we've mentioned this already, but if they don't bring Aromatisse, this set puts in even more work than I think it's going to. And even if they do bring it, Metagross basically has free setup versus it, so it's a no drawback condition for us. If they do lead Swallow versus Hydreigon, we have a Snorlax set to deal with it. So we are Figgy Berry, Belly Drum, Fire Punch, Body Slam, and Recycle. So, but you're wondering why we have Belly Drum. Illusion, I think this was your call.
Yeah, let me talk about this. Is I like to call it like the Illusion Special. I didn't come up with the concept of Belly Drum, but this is my favorite set of all time. I brought it against Kmoody in the GPL, even though it didn't put in work. I brought it to another game in the GPL, and I just love this set so much. So the EVs are meant to take on Swallow. So Gut Swallow can't 2-hit KO Snorlax because of Figgy Berry, and even Spec Swallow Boom Burst bounces off and can't even beat Snorlax 1v1. So even though Metagross is a good check to Swallow, Snorlax takes on Swallow just as well. I'd say even better.
Yeah. So
And the great thing about continue.
okay, I was gonna say, if they are spec swallow, Snorlax takes it on better, and if they're physical, Metagross takes it on a lot better. So again, it's like a no drawback condition for us. Belly Drum is so we don't lose to Leech Seed Celesteela if they choose to bring that, which I feel like they should bring a more defensive variant instead of offensive, just because of our team matchup. But I can see it being offensive as well. Um, Fire Punch
Yeah,
is
Belly
yeah.
Drum helps us. Like their team, like I said, their team's super bulky. It's outside of the like anomaly fast mons, which their fast mons are Gallade and Swallow, and neither of those want to switch into Snorlax because they're not really that bulky and they don't want to get paired by Body Slam. I'm thinking they want to switch in their bulky mons. So say this is Snorlax versus something like Aromatisse or Nidoqueen or Tangrowth. They're gonna want to switch in something like Celesteela or maybe even Slowbro, and we
Yeah.
belly jump on that, and then they get O code.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
even if we are not able to kill some of their bulk, Snorlax basically opens the door for things like Gator to sweep in the end, or even Coco. Um, yeah, anything else to add, guys?
Is really good, but I feel like this team's pretty good in terms of exploiting their lack of speed.
Yeah, I'd agree. Illusion?
Yeah, I think the main game plan. I think Nidoqueen is what really ties their team together, their team matchup together versus ours. Toxic Spikes is a huge threat, and Nidoqueen is a good check to Tapu Koko. But I think we pressured enough, and we have enough sick techs like Surf on Hydreigon, Spec Surf, which Okos,
Yeah.
and I think we can handle him.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned for the match.